Hi, welcome to this edition of Digital Discoveries. We're adding on to a previous segment that we talked about how to turn an iPad into a document camera. And so once you get that document camera going, what do you do with it? What are some of the apps that are available? And so what I have today is my friend Joe Meza. Hi, Joe. How are you?
Hello.
And Joe,
Hey.
Joe's going to be showing us some apps. What we want to do here is this is actually a segment for our teachers once they've learned how to create that really inexpensive document camera if they don't have one in their classroom using their iPad. And you're going to show us some of the cool apps that are available. Is that right?
That's correct. I'm going to show you two apps that I think will be very useful to use with your iPad in combination with that document camera setup.
And so last time we talked about the only app we really used to show the document camera was the camera app. And so you've got some other ones.
This is going to be an extension of what you had already done. Just taking it a step further.
Okay.
So I'm going to showcase two apps that I think are really cool.
And so now what we're talking about is that you don't actually have to be in document camera mode to use these apps. These are like you've already used the document camera to take some pictures, or you've done a video or something like that. Now you can walk around the room, or you can move around the room and use these apps, right?
Right. And so you already have those captured images, and what you can do with those captured images, you open up these apps, and then from there you can actually write, document, and take it a step further.
So you're kind of like turning your iPad into an interactive whiteboard.
Yes.
Hey, there you go. Okay. So let's show me this first app.
Okay. The first app.
There you go.
So I'm going to open up Doodle Buddy.
Okay.
And Doodle Buddy's kind of neat. If you see it when it pops up, it's a free app, by the way.
Okay.
Free app. That's always a big plus. And so pretty much you have your blank page.
Okay. It actually looks like a whiteboard.
It looks like a whiteboard, and then when you hit the little chalk button at the towards the middle bottom left,
okay,
you open it up, and you can choose what kind of media you want to use.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with chalk.
Okay.
And so I can write on this, right?
Okay. And so you could actually you could write
Yes, muy bueno.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, Tim, you're really smart. That's awesome.
That's about the extent that I can do that.
And so from here, I can actually grab my eraser and I can give someone else another try at the problem.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can go walk around the room actually, or have the students come up to you and do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you can have it look like chalk. You can have it look like crayon, probably some other things. I like this. Just let's go back to the chalk here, and say, oh, I can't write anymore. So
You made me do this.
Oh.
And one thing that's really cool is that you shake it. Come on, shake it.
Actually, what happens?
And you shake it.
They shake it and nothing happens.
It's supposed to erase, but let's do this.
We'll just clear it
clear
off.
it.
Okay, there we go.
But what's cool also is that if you have, say, math problems, you have them written on a worksheet or whatever, you can take a snapshot and bring it in here. For example, I took a picture of the biology book
that we were using previously. Okay.
And so you have it here, and so you can grab the little chalk, and then you can actually point things out.
Okay.
You can point things out. And why is I know what it is. I was still in eraser mode.
Okay.
So then I can point out, for example, the tapeworm here.
Okay.
And
this is a great lesson, right? Worms, tapeworms, parasites.
Yeah, I love tapeworms. That was my favorite class in school.
That says a lot about you, Joe. So the student, you could actually, can you zoom in? Can you make it, whoops, let me erase what I just did. Can you?
Just clear it.
Okay. Can I zoom in on this?
On this one in particular, you can't.
Okay.
You can't.
And so, but I could actually say to the students, okay, I want you to pay close attention to this section of the book. Go in there, pay close attention to that. You can highlight it. Students will actually see what you're doing. Okay, let's look at another app. What else we got?
Let me show you another app.
Okay.
And so I'm going to go ahead and look at this. I'm going to go ahead and clear this completely. And I'm going to load up a picture of my screen on my iPad so I can show you. See, it looks like my screen on my iPad, right?
Right.
And so the one I just showed you right now was Doodle Buddy right here.
Okay.
Free app. And the one I want to show you now is Screen Chomp.
Screen Chomp.
Screen
That's a
Chomp.
weird name and a lot of these apps have really weird names.
It has a weird name. And there's also another one here that I have next to it, Show Me. They're pretty much both do the same thing.
And so essentially what we're doing here is we're taking these programs, or these apps, and we're converting the iPad into what we would do on an interactive whiteboard of some kind, right?
Yes.
And so, okay. So teachers that may not have an interactive whiteboard in their class can use these apps if they have an iPad.
Yes.
Okay, so show me screen
And take it a step further. And there's more. Let me show you. So I'm going to go to my home screen. I'm going to open up Screen Chomp. And there's Screen
And then,
Chomp.
of course, they have to have it connected to their
Right.
projector. I mean, they
Yeah,
can't just like wander around the room yet.
No, no,
That's-
they have
okay.
to. They have it.
Okay, so what's Screen Chomp?
Well, Screen Chomp, I'm going to go ahead and go back to my, I'm going to click on Done. And look at this, right?
Okay,
And
very similar to what we were looking at before. Okay.
very similar. But what's cool about Screen Chomp that I like is that you have your markers, right? And if you ever tried on an interactive whiteboard to try to change the colors on a marker, they're very difficult, very tricky.
You got to go pick one up, pick
And
one down.
You have to go to settings. You have to go to settings and change the colors. Here, I can just hold on to one of the markers,
Oh,
and
I
I can
see.
change the colors.
Okay.
So if I'm going to use a certain amount of colors, I can easily change them to whatever I want it to be.
Okay.
Like pink, I probably won't use pink. I like red.
Okay.
And so same thing I did with the Doodle Buddy. I can open up.
A picture, like you just
picture.
did. Let's go back to our pig picture because I was.
Yeah, let's go with the pig picture.
Okay.
And here I can actually zoom it in to where it fits into the entire page.
Okay.
Notice it gives me up to 3 pages.
Can I zoom in? Can I make it
Oh
bigger?
yeah, oh
okay.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. So okay, let's zoom in like that.
Okay, now click on Done. And there we go.
Oh, okay,
now
great.
We're zoomed in.
Okay.
And so now we have our markers, but, okay, go ahead.
Because a lot of times what teachers want to, they might be on a document camera, they might be showing the whole page of something, but they really want students to pay attention to a
Focus.
particular, like a paragraph or an illustration, and that's what they're more interested in. Okay, so we've got it loaded up. Then what?
Yeah, and so, and then whenever you do any scribbles, just like any other one, right, you can select your marker, and you can, let's say, point out the tapeworm cyst right there, and then
This is
right.
we've probably just lost half our audience when
sorry,
we just said
sorry.
tapeworm cyst.
And then intestines there,
Okay.
right? We're pointing something out.
Okay.
And this is really cool.
Okay.
Let's say I make a mistake. I want to start over. If you notice on the bottom left-hand corner, you see the little rag.
Mm-hmm.
You hold on to the rag, and the rag appears, and it clears everything out.
Ah, that's awesome.
That's
That's,
kinda neat.
that's awesome. And so if I want it, I'm going to try it here.
Mhm.
If I want to say, okay, the tapeworm is found in this part, and then can we zoom in from there, or is it we've already zoomed as far as we can go?
I'm not sure this one can do it. No, this one can do it.
Okay. Now, what is this record button here?
Okay.
Why do we have a record button?
Now, this is really cool. The record button is really cool. Okay, I really like this. So if you're doing a lesson
Mm-hmm.
on the Screen Chomp, you can record what you're doing on the screen and your voice at the same time, simultaneous.
Okay, let's do a real quick one because we've got about a minute to go.
Okay, so then we record, right? Real
Okay.
quick. 3, 2, 1.
Just like in Hollywood.
Okay, and it goes, hi, this is Joe. I'm going to show you how the path of the intestine,
Mhm,
I mean the
okay.
intestinal tapeworm. So I can draw some arrows, how it goes from one part to another, right? And so I'm recording as we go right now, okay?
Okay.
So then I stop.
All right, and it saves it.
It saves it. Yeah, and see, one thing that it does, it's even better. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the home screen on Screen Chomp. And so all your recordings on the upper left-hand corner of the screen is where all your recordings are at.
Mhm.
And what's really sweet about this, let me go ahead and go to that.
We gotta.
Okay, real quick. And so any recordings you have here, you can open one up, and you can share these recordings.
You can email
Yeah,
them.
email.
Oh, okay. That's
Up.
awesome.
And
That's-
it gives you your own link to your own website for
That's
that
great.
individual.
That's great.
So.
Okay, thank you, Joe, so much for joining us today. I know we went pretty darn fast. And
It was
a
fun.
left-handed handshake right there. So once you make an iPad document camera, the question is today, what are some other things that you can use with it? Now, what Joe just showed us two really cool programs. One was called Screen Chomp, and the other one was called
Doodle Buddy.
Doodle Buddy, but there's a lot more out there like Show Me, and so start exploring. There's lots of stuff out there for everybody. Thanks for joining us for this segment of Digital Discoveries.
Thank you for joining us on the EPISD's Digital Discoveries. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we look forward to seeing you next time.